What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I want to talk about multiplayer for Attack on Titan for the PS4 and PS3 and PS Vita, whatever your platform is. Now, to those who don't know, multiplayer will be released via a free DLC patch March 24th, so those who got the game in Japan or people like myself who imported the game, you'll be able to play with your friends starting in March. Now, the big fear that I have is if this ends up being very much like free mode. To kind of give you a summary of how the game works, right now there's two modes. One is story mode, which lets you play the game and single player campaign, which spans from the entire first season. And there's also a couple of extra missions that kind of go into the manga, but it's not really manga stuff. It's just extra stuff that you see in a manga. As far as free mode, that basically lets you just choose any character in the game that's playable and then play various missions, killing titans and stuff like that. It's just one of those things that was just added just so you have an extra experience once you beat the game. Now, as far as multiplayer, it has never revealed how it's going to work yet. We don't know if it's going to be just free mode or extra stuff like Horde mode. Now, the reason why I decided to do this video in the first place is because if there is no Horde mode in this game, I can see it dying very, very fast. Now, I've already had the game for a week, and I gotta say, I'm already to the point where I really don't want to play anymore. And again, it goes to the fact that it's very repetitive and it's very easy. But now let's look at this possible multiplayer mode that's coming out in March and add the equation of playing with a friend. Now, for the first day or two, it's gonna be fun playing with your squad. Just taking on titans will be fun. But the problem is, the game is very, very easy. If you jump into a stage, you can literally beat the stage in maybe a minute or two if you really go for the objective. Now, there's extra stuff like saving people left and right, which kind of, I guess, adds on to increasing your points and stuff. But if you really want to, you can just go to the main objective where the red exclamation point is, kill the boss titan appears, and then you beat the game. And I've never got to a situation where a boss is too difficult for me to beat. Like, the game is pretty easy, and as far as difficulty, the way it works is difficulty changes based on where you're at. So for example, if you're out in an open area where there's nothing really to latch onto, that's a higher difficulty. But at the same time, if you run into a titan, you just latch onto them with ease and you can kill them without any issues. So really there's no real difficulty in this game, which again is a big flaw with the game. Now, as far as multiplayer, if they end up just adding a multiplayer free mode type of thing where you can play with friends and just do these quests, the game won't really last that long. And ultimately, what I think would work the best is if they had Horde mode. I mean, the setup could be very, very simple. Just toss you in a map. They could do like maybe even 5 maps. It's not really that important what the location is, but just toss you in a map with 4 friends and just send never-ending waves of titans after you. See, at least with then, you can just kind of like chill, hang out with your squad, kill titans, and it could be fun. But again, if it ends up just being free mode where you just kill titans in these missions that are really not even that difficult, there's nothing that's going to make you want to play this after a good week or two. So that's kind of what I want to really toss out there. It's my one big fear that they still have not really revealed yet. Let me just mention that they have not mentioned how multiplayer is going to work in this game. All they revealed to us so far is that multiplayer will be released via a free DLC patch March 24th, and that's about it. But again, based on previous Omega Force games like Pirate Warriors, for example, it's always been the same where you just jump into free mode and then you play with a friend. Usually it's been 2 players, but at least with this, it sounds like it's going to be 4 players. So I'm hoping they do it slightly different. Otherwise, it's going to be a big disappointment to me as not just a fan of the series, but a fan of just gaming in general. Now, I'm not saying that Horde mode is going to perfect this game and make it one of those things that's so desirable that you have to have it. I'm just saying that when it comes down to it, the thing that I see most fun with a situation like this is Horde mode. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will agree with me on this. Actually, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Horde mode is something that will make this game a lot more fun, or doesn't really matter? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. One last thing that I'm really hoping that they do add in the game as well, even if Horde mode ends up not being an option, what they could do is add a higher difficulty where, for example, if you get grabbed by a titan, you pretty much die immediately, or you have like 2 seconds to be saved. See, then they can make it kind of an actual co-op thing where you have to rely on your friends, and it's not just about who can get to the end of the stage the fastest or kill the most titans. Like, they need to add that kind of cooperation for multiplayer to actually work. So I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. So let me know what you guys think of how multiplayer could be a lot more fun or better whenever this game gets released in English, or I guess whenever this patch comes out in March. Any ideas you have, just comment it below. Now again, just to quickly summarize, I would love to see some kind of Horde mode as a multiplayer extension, like a survival mode type of thing, where you team up with friends and take on endless amounts of titans until you guys die. Or if they end up just patching free mode to allow multiplayer, they need to add some kind of difficulty factor to make it a lot more difficult, or add some kind of cooperation factor where you have to actually work with friends to complete the missions. I think that could work. But again, just my own thoughts, ideas, feedback, rant. I don't know what to call this. I was just literally thinking about this as I was playing the game, and I want to get it out to see what the community thinks. So let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I'll see all you awesome super sandwiches and Titan Slayers in the comment section below. Peace.